Gohan father shouts for him to run away. We're brought back to the moment Goku sacrificed himself against Raditz.
What? Son, what have you done?
But missing. Goku apologizes. That shot to the ribs made him let go. But that was their one chance. It's over. Raditz hisses, they've gone too far. Firing! Oh! Seemingly gone. Goku grunts to the monster he won't get away with this. But his wayward brother scowls, it's over. He had his chance. If he had cooperated, the situation would have been very different. They're all going to die and he is responsible for it. Obliterating the only reason he came to Earth in the first place, to recruit Goku. What a waste of time this all was. Then a question arises. What about the kid? Raditz makes the rash decision to just finish him off now. After the hit to the chest, he's already too dangerous to leave alive. Then a second thought occurs. What if he brought him back with him? It could be useful to him. If they trained him, he could be a great asset. After all, he only came here to recruit a Saiyan anyway. Signaling to Vegeta, he knows he's been listening through the scouter. If he refuses, let it be known now. Moments later, he leaves. And Goku's friends arrive at the battleground. Unfortunately, this man, this alien, was far too powerful. Krillin cries at the loss of his friend. It's not possible! When Bulma reveals the situation is far worse than it seems, she can't find Gohan. Roshi immediately believes the Saiyan must have kidnapped him. So what are they going to do? But there's nothing they can do. For now, they are powerless against this Saiyan. If he took Gohan, he kept him alive. That's a good thing. They shouldn't forget that there are two other Saiyans. If they land, they have to be ready. They need to find Yamcha, Tien, Shinhan, and Chaozu. They're facing an unprecedented crisis. They'll need everyone. Before they even get a chance to process the situation, our heroes are already planning their next move. Though with Piccolo dead, that means they don't have Dragon Balls anymore, leaving a lonely Popo atop the lookout. Possibly years later, Vegeta and Nappa stand shoulder to shoulder, the former announcing it's gonna be quick. Looking back, Raditz knows how the streets are quiet. Night has fallen and the moon is clearly visible. It's time to attack. Nappa asking where he has gone again. His leader points out he's up there. Going back to shortly after Gohan's kidnapping, He's heard crying from one of Frieza's planets as Raditz screams for him to shut up. In fact, if he doesn't shut up, he'll have to kill him. Sniffling. The Saiyan continues that he should consider himself lucky to still be alive. Vegeta would have liked to crush him, and he himself doesn't lack the desire either. If he doesn't want to get beat up anymore, he needs to keep quiet. Kind of giving vibes of Piccolo's training. He scoffs further, the kid is going to live with them from now on, so he'd better get used to his new life and stop crying. He is a Saiyan. Of course, the scared child can only whimper out to his mother, terrified of what's happening. Planet Stave. 10 years later. Resorting to the Ozora form to conquer a planet in just one night, Nappa senses out any survivors. Raditz rolls his eyes that sure it was easy for Nappa. Everybody was targeting him. At least Frieza will be happy with him. Speaking of, he's asking for the 4 of them to report, surely to assign him to a new mission. If 10 years have passed since Gohan was kidnapped, this should place us just a bit after the Cell Games. As we speculate on what our Earth heroes have been up to, Frieza addresses his Saiyan platoon. He compliments the conquest of Planet Stove was done rather quickly. They have been effective, and he recognizes that. They will continue with some more distant planets. A team has already been sent, but he would like them to intervene on a few worlds. Especially since 2 of them are already familiar with one. This planet Earth, where their young friend is from. Looks like Raditz had some trouble there in the past, so he wants all 4 to go. It'll be easier. Agreeing to go without resistance. Frieza reminds he will not tolerate failure. Then warns the recent little exploits not go to their head. They remain inferior beings. Don't forget that. Walking out, Raditz vents that he just can't stop denigrating him, but Vegeta doesn't want to hear it. It's because of him they have to go to Earth in the first place. Having to waste time on this planet's annoying. If he hadn't nearly lost to Kakarot, Frieza would have just sent someone else. Once they get there, he better do his best to make use of himself for once. Turning to Gohan, he says the same. He better not disappoint either. He doesn't want to have to intervene. Asking if Vegeta still doubts him after everything he's done. Nappa has to agree with the kid. Nazu has nothing more to prove. Something they will have to see. They're going to his planet. Nappa's little protege better not hold back. Nazu takes exception to this. He thinks that just because this is his supposed home planet he'd pull his punches, he must think very little of him. Nappa touches his shoulder to warn him against angering Vegeta. He's going too far. It seems in this story, Vegeta's temperament only worsened as time went on. Furthermore, he assures he understands the child's frustration, but they don't talk to the prince that way. He knows that. Offering a meek sorry. The prince scoffs for the kid to watch his words. He won't always be so lenient. They leave in 4 hours. They all need to get ready. A long road awaits them. As Vegeta falls out of earshot, Nappa reminds he doesn't like being contradicted or challenged. At Kame House, Roshi speaks to a group. There it is, my friends. You know everything. Goku is dead and his son has been kidnapped. Kami has also disappeared, making Goku's resurrection impossible. This must take place 10 years ago. All our remaining Dragon Team looking somber. The situation is tragic. There are 3 Saiyans and they'll be back, that's for sure. Tien states they have to be ready for when they come. He doesn't want to waste time. They could land at any moment. I'm asking about Gohan. What do they do about him? They can't just abandon him. And unfortunately, they can only wait. They have no way of finding him. Going off to the lookout, Tien intends on following the same training Goku did, calling for the others to join. They'll need all the forces possible. Yamcha agrees they have to be ready. Who knows how strong the other 2 Saiyans are? Imagine him being even stronger than Goku's brother. Krillin joining the action. Our heroes prepare to become more powerful than they ever imagined. But just how much good can it do against 3, possibly 4 Saiyans? Yamcha tries to quell Puar's worries. Everything will be fine. They have to do this for Goku and his son. So they say their goodbyes, as a long training awaits them. Whether the Saiyans arrive in 10 days or 2 years, they will be ready. Back in the present, the day has come. Raditz questions what Vegeta thinks. As far as it being just another planet for Frieza's empire, not bad. Not bad at all. Though it's a little noisy with all those mosquitoes. The fearful Earthling's looking scared and confused. His leader demands he calm himself and not start ruining the place already. He wants Nazu to annihilate this town. It's all on him. Back at Kame House, the gang all meet up. All but Yamcha, but Roshi doesn't think it'll take him long. The big day is here. Chaozu believes they're ready. A little worried, Roshi drops his head. It took them 10 years. But here they are. Zipping in. Just as predicted, Yamcha joins the group. He mentions how he's glad to see him again, hinting how they've been training separately for a while now. However, it's no time for a reunion. Tien calls for everyone to move out. The entire planet is counting on him. The fate of the Earth is in their hands. Roshi curses he can't do anything to help. Turtle assures he's done his time. They have prepared well and will be able to repel him. And he knows, but he feels bad vibes. He's afraid this day is going to be bloody. He also knows they've trained hard for these 10 years, but these Saiyans are unpredictable. The fight for the future of this planet will be played out on this island. On said island, Tien asks if they felt that. The Saiyans have already made a move. Appearing to have just obliterated the city, Vegeta scolds he spends too much time with Nappa. He told him to be careful, they still have to sell this planet. Again saying he's sorry. The prince wants to start by locating the greatest forces of this world. He'd like to take care of them right away. Just like in the main story, Tien warns if the situation gets out of control, Chaozu needs to step aside. As Krillin reveals, it's been at least a year since they've seen each other fight. But the good news is they've been at it for 10 years straight. It took those Saiyans long enough to get here. Questioning if Bulma's safe, Yamcha explains she's staying at Capsule Corp with her parents and Socks. And Socks? Is that their kid? When Chaozu cowers for everyone's attention. They're here! The Saiyans! Tapping down, Vegeta sees their arrival was obviously expected. He assumes they are Kakarot's companions. Raditz recognizes the bald guy. He was there 10 years ago. Despite all their improvement over the last decade, Krillin trembles at their monstrous auras. Surprised to see there are only 4 of them. Do they really think they can defeat even one of these Saiyans? Sorry to disappoint him, but their last hour has arrived. But after preparing for this fight for 10 years, they shouldn't be so fast to declare victory. Happy to test that theory. A familiar face pops up behind Vegeta. It's just as Krillin thought. There are 4 of them. The prince congratulating him on his numerical aptitude. This means the young one is Goku's son. Confirming this, Nazu is the son of Kakarot. They made him a true Saiyan, freeing him from earthling weakness. Nappa adds not to even try to turn him to his side. Nazu is one of them. He spent much more time with the Saiyans than humans by now. Turning away, Krillin shouts, "They can't turn you against us! You're one of us!" Nazu intensely responds, "What are you talking about? I don't know you, gnome! Don't talk to me like we're friends!" What? Blasting him backward, Nappa gets a chuckle out of his protege. Dusting himself off. Tien warns him it's useless. He's with them. Vegeta instructs the others to take off their scouters. The Earthlings can hide and adjust their strength at will. Raditz mentions 10 years ago they did just that. Nazu is doing it too, especially when emotional. It's unwise to trust their scouters. With it being 4-on-4, Yamcha wants everyone to fight 1-on-1. Which comes off as a joke. Does he really think the prince is going to stoop to facing cockroaches? The others will take care of the job just fine. Yamcha calling dibs on Goku's brother. 3-on-4 makes it even better. Krillin and Chaozu can fight in tandem. Krillin growls he's underestimating them a bit, but they'll go after the big one. With their alleged executioners decided, the fight begins. Yamcha and Raditz going at it. The Saiyan can't believe this madness. He wasn't supposed to be this strong. His level is well above that of Kakarot's 10 years ago. And the answer is in his question. They have been training tirelessly for this day for 10 years. Technique. The Destructo Disc landing, Nappa suffers a cruel irony. But will the power-up our heroes have undergone be enough to take on all 4 Saiyans? As Gohan looks back to see his main mentor, Tien notes how it appears the Saiyans aren't gaining the high ground they expected. Out of respect for his old friend, he's ready to spare Nazu at least. If he joins them, they are sure to win. Don't be stupid. The kid shouts back, he's the stupid one. And if he thinks the humans are up to it, he's totally wrong. It doesn't matter how much time they spent training. This fight is already over. With this, Tien sees there's no change in his mind. Apologizing to Goku, he has no choice. Going all out from the beginning, Yamcha scolds Tien he didn't have to do that. Though he argues they all have to fight on their own terms. He'll do as he sees fit. Either way, that attack didn't finish him. Nazu, roughed up but relatively undamaged, snarls at this development. He hasn't fought someone this strong in a while. Hitting Tien point blank. Lucky for him, Chaozu is able to use his magic to get him out of the way. It's going to be more complicated than expected. Goku's son is stronger than he thought. Not to mention, the one who isn't fighting seems to be the leader and is no doubt even stronger. Telling Chaozu to join Krillin, he thinks that's the best strategy. Yamcha's faring well too. Nappa snarls Krillin will pay for this with his life. No one has ever managed to hurt him like this. He was happy the attack worked, but it also really pissed him off. At least they managed to cripple him. But they can't relax now. Chaozu contacting him. He wants to keep their advantage and attack right away with their best technique. They can do it. Seeing something. Krillin thinks so too. Nappa asks who he's talking to. Is he babbling to himself?
Who are you fooling?
Although he hit him with all that, Krillin can sense he isn't finished yet.
Miserable runs! The fun is over! Die!
And just like that, Krillin is the first to fall. Vegeta scoffs it took him long enough. He thought he was going to have to intervene how much he was struggling. Tien can sense his friend's power fade away. That guy is monstrous. After all those attacks, he's still far from defeated. Without his tag team partner, Tien commands Chaozu to run. There's nothing he can do alone, although he objects. Tien shouts there's no but. He is ordering him to flee. Don't play the hero. However, he has to try something. Wondering what he has in mind. Nappa eagerly awaits his next move. The Mafuba! But fending it off, it doesn't even work for a second. While he had no jar and seal to contain him in, previously it's shown to at least greatly wear out opponents.
I'll show you how it's done!
Chaozu is the second casualty. Tien charging in. He's intercepted by Nazu, who beckons where he thinks he's going. Nappa equally angry. He thought he could turn the tide by attacking him while he was off guard. Though with our heroes resorting to anything they can with the loss of their friends, Vegeta's finally getting a little interested in the skirmish. Nazu scolds Nappa not to interfere. He's already gotten to kill 2 of them. The situation getting all more real. Tien grits that if he has to kill Goku's son to rip Nappa's head off himself, he's more than willing to do it. The prince smirks that no matter how much he barks, it won't change anything at all. There are only 2 of them left. 2 against 4? They could only hope to kill Raditz at most. Albeit his fellow Saiyan catching a stray. Vegeta continues that they have done well, but the situation is hopeless for him. When he notes they have company, more Earthlings. But who? Puar, Bulma, Roshi? And Chi-Chi. She's come to find her son. Bulma is the first to notice. Looks like there are 4 Saiyans, but only 2 of their friends. Neither Krillin or Chaozu remain. The only thing on Chi-Chi's mind, if there's 4, that means her Gohan is there too. Wondering what these others want. And still fuming from Vegeta's words. He'll see if he's useless. Firing! Yamcha's able to get in the way and block the attack, asking what the heck they're doing here. Chi-Chi wanted to come at all costs, and they weren't going to let her go alone. And wondering if her eyes are playing tricks. Chi-Chi calls her son's name. And something, maybe even if just small, registers in his mind. He remembers his family. Though Raditz takes Yamcha's heroics as an insult, he won't tolerate this mockery. Gohan making a pivotal decision. In a flashback, we join Tien and Goku. Complete with Halo and all. Despite Popo's training, they're still not strong enough for the Saiyans. They have to be ready for when that day comes. Turns out Goku chose today for his one-time only day pass back to Earth, predictably choosing to spend it training than with his wife. To be fair, he's learned quite a bit in the afterlife that'll help everyone improve. Though with no hope returning to life in this story, did he still train with King Kai? His 24 hours come and go. Bidding goodbye to his friends and family, it's time for him to leave again. While Chi-Chi wishes they had more time together, nothing can be done. With the same smile he always wears, it was great being back for the last day. They'll see each other again when the time is right. He tells Chi-Chi not to worry. Gohan will come back to her. He's sure of it. Again, making his decision to stop Raditz from killing his mother. She embraces him for the first time in 10 years. Though after all the conditioning he's been through with the Saiyans, he's not quite sure how to react. Furious, Vegeta calls after him. What happened to him? He killed Raditz! He chose these Earthlings over his own Saiyan blood? What's wrong with him? He has 10 seconds to eliminate these creatures. Don't waste time. Though taken off guard, he refuses. With Gohan remembering who he is, will his defiance of Vegeta be the thing to completely flip this battle on its head? The prince fumes, he knew it. It couldn't have happened any other way. He's betrayed them. Ordering Nappa to do away with the child. He balks. After all, he was the one who took Gohan under his wing after Raditz kidnapped him. Continuing, he was sure this would happen one day. Eliminate him now! Trying to reason. Doesn't Vegeta think he's being a bit too harsh? Come on, it's Nazu. He's their companion. Just like that. Two Earthlings gone. And two Saiyans gone. Thinking back on his mentor, Nazu, or perhaps Gohan, now trembles. What did you do? Seeing what Vegeta's capable of. Now the maniac stands alone. No team. He congratulates the young Saiyan. He managed to disintegrate their group. Because of him, in a few moments, Vegeta himself will be the last Saiyan. He knew that one day they would have a problem with him. Nappa had the weakness to believe in him. He was an idiot. But he'll reunite him. Nazu's going to regret this. But snarling, he's gone too far this time. Gohan isn't willing to lie down without a fight. During Gohan's initial training with Nappa, today they're going to work on resilience. But tired of getting punched in the face, he complains they already did this yesterday. Nappa chortles, I'm not like that idiot Raditz. Announcing he's now in charge of his education. They're going back to the basics because Raditz is a terrible teacher. Nappa himself has trained many young Saiyans during his life. His last student was Prince Vegeta. He's in good hands. Rolling with it. We find out Vegeta really didn't like this idea of bringing Gohan into this from the beginning. Raditz is starting to regret his decision too. Just glad he doesn't have to train him anymore. His leader doesn't want to hear it. Just to be clear, Nappa is only taking over because he's a bad instructor. Otherwise, it would be completely on him because he's the one who brought him here. They're stuck with him now. On the inside, Vegeta worries about the power he displayed on Earth. That amount of strength is worrying for a child of that age. He's curious what Nappa will be able to do with them and if he can control them. Because if he turns against them one day, it could be complicated to manage. Rejoining the fight against Vegeta, Gohan goes on the offensive. But predictably to little results. Vegeta chortles if he's had his fun. He took his time to reveal his true face, though he suspected that coming here would confirm his doubts. It'll be a pleasure to exterminate him. The gap in power is obvious. Gohan is slammed into the earth with a massive explosion. From the sky, Vegeta looks down on his handiwork. He asks if that's all he has. Then if that blow cleared his mind. It's far too late for regrets now. Gohan, cursing under his breath, barely manages to stand. Then Tien interrupts. He needs him to listen. He insists that it's time for them to team up. He won't be able to win this alone. But Nazu snaps back to know what he's talking about, reiterating they aren't friends. Tien shouts for him to stop it. He knows he's right. He needs him to defeat Vegeta, reminding the boy that he's currently alone, that the Saiyan killed his friend in cold blood, something he can't just ignore. Then driving the point home with a grim warning. If they do nothing, Vegeta will kill him, and he will kill his mother. Yamcha is blown back by the sheer force of his power, marveling at the overwhelming strength on display. Tien watches too as a cloud of dust settles. But Vegeta steps from the smoke, admitting that for a brief moment, he was actually scared. Nazu screams that he has no idea what he's capable of. He claims that only Nappa knew about his power, but Vegeta calls him an idiot, asking if he thinks that demonstration makes him doubt. Yelling he's finished and he knows it. Yamcha looks on from the distance, quietly calls out to Tien. Tien reaches out telepathically to Yamcha and Nazu. He announces he's preparing a very special technique. During his brief return, Goku passed on King Kai's ultimate move. But he needs time, revealing he spent years refining what Goku started. The Genki Dama, a move that harvests the energy of the entire planet. He tells Yamcha that he'll need him too. Once the energy is ready, they'll need to have their own strength to finish it. Back on the battlefield, Vegeta remarks that Nazu looks thoughtful, almost like he's starting to realize his mistake. He flashes a wicked grin, declaring it's too late for regrets. He's already dead. We're pulled into a flashback. Vegeta stands before the tyrant Frieza, who's flanked by his elites Dodoria and Zarbon. He kneels respectfully, asking his lord that he wanted to see him. Who gets straight to the point. He wants to talk about the young Saiyan Raditz brought back. He tells him he knows Vegeta plans to get rid of the boy, and strictly forbids him from doing so. The prince caught off guard. But Frieza makes the consequences clear. If he touches that child, he'll answer directly to him. Vegeta stays silent, seething under the threat. Frieza laughs and adds a warning. Nothing suspicious is allowed to happen to the boy during a mission either. There are only 3 of them left, so one more ally won't be too much. Nappa will handle the training, pointing out he's the one who trained Vegeta. Vegeta forces himself to comply. He agrees that Kakarot's son will stay. His master satisfied, he tells him to go take care of it. Ending their exchange with a cold, "At your service." Dodoria laughs at his face, asking if the kid scares him. Teasingly asking if he's afraid he'll take his place. Frieza joins in, mockingly telling him not to laugh. But as he turns to leave, he orders Zarbon to keep a close eye on him. Left absolutely seething, he's furious that he has to put up with this stupid run, cursing Frieza in his mind. He thinks he should have just killed him on the very first day. We snap back to the present as Vegeta lands a crushing blow. He screams about all the years he wasted training him, only for him to betray them like this. He's going to die today, and he'll join Nappa in hell. Die, you wretch! Vegeta admits the kid is tough, confessing he didn't think it would be this hard. But he realizes the danger. His outbursts make him uncontrollable. He absolutely must be put down where he can't do any harm. Nazu stands his ground, telling himself he has to finish him. While in the distance, Tien stands with his arms raised, gritting his teeth and pleading with him to just hold on. Farewell, Nazu! Yamcha saving him for now, he rushes to Nazu's side, asking if he's okay. He notes how they don't have senzus anymore. Those disappeared along with chaozu. Begging Tien to hurry up, who strains under the pressure, telling him to hold on for a few more moments, it's almost over. But Vegeta dives in for the kill, screaming that it's all over for them. Try to survive this! Oh! As the dust settles, the prince's boots touch the ground. He mockingly asks if it feels different from Raditz. He declares this is what a true elite warrior looks like. Bulma watches in terror, pleading for Yamcha to get back up. He pushes himself off the ground, gritting his teeth and insisting he isn't that fragile. But the villain realizes something's wrong. The guy with 3 eyes is missing. He demands to know where he is. Who calls out it's okay. He's done. He screams at Yamcha and Nazu that it's their turn, ordering them to raise their arms. The pair are stunned by the sudden command. From the distance, the others watch in awe. Realizing what Tien is doing, But Vegeta's confused. He frantically wonders what he's up to and where all this sudden energy is coming from. Now that Vegeta's seen him, they've lost the element of surprise. Yamcha screams out his name, telling him to go ahead and fire. It's now or never. Really, and the invader demands to know how he pulled that off. But Tien notices something critical. Nazu didn't send him his energy. Too bad.
Take this!
Firing it away, Vegeta scowls he'll just send it back. Even Roshi notes how monstrous the Spirit Bomb is. Gohan approaches his mother, uttering, "Mommy." Tears well as he apologizes, before rushing away, pleading with her son to wait. As the Spirit Bomb races towards him, he sneaks up behind Vegeta, who's still fully confident this won't be enough to beat him.
Are you crazy? Ultimate Kiko-Ho!
Smoke drifts over the remains of the battlefield. Yamcha stammers in disbelief. Gosh, he did it! Realizing that their auras have completely disappeared. The spectators watch on in a stunned silence, unable to process what just happened. Tien collapses to the ground utterly exhausted. He whispers to Goku that they did it. Before all of this tragedy, there was just a young child with his family. His small foot catching on the ground. This sends little Gohan tumbling into the dirt. Bursting into tears. Chi-Chi panics, asking if he's bleeding, while Goku insists it was just a bad fall. He looks down with a warm smile, assuring his son that it's okay. Goku leans in close, making a solemn vow to his son. He promises that nothing will ever happen to him, because he will always be there to protect him. But then, the scene shifts to the cold reality. A solitary tombstone stands in the pouring rain, bearing the name Son Gohan. In space, a ship speeds towards its destination. Inside, Frieza asks Zarbon how much longer the trip is going to take. Replying, he informs that they'll be there in another 4 months. The tyrant smiles, practically giddy with anticipation. That's very good, because he simply can't wait to meet them. The people of Earth are actually quite awesome. Defeating the Saiyans is no simple task for everyone. He mentions that he could have just sent in the Ginyu Commando to handle it, but he's simply too curious to stay away. He wants to see for himself exactly who managed to get rid of him. Though, it is too bad. That'll have to exterminate them.